It happened 35, maybe 40 years ago, when I was just a child. And even now, even after all this time, the memory of it still feels disturbingly vivid. We lived in a house that was still being built. The ground floor was finished, but upstairs was unfinished. Bare walls. One single bulb my father had rigged up, the only light we had. And behind our house, there was a graveyard. From the rooftop, you could see almost all of it. As children, we didn't understand fear the way adults do. To us, that rooftop was just a place to play, to talk, to feel the evening breeze. But slowly, things began to change. It started with a sound. Late at night, when the world had gone completely silent, a faint sound of drums would drift in from the graveyard. At first, we told ourselves it was a wedding somewhere far off, a celebration. But the sound never moved. It always came from the same place, from inside or around the graves themselves. It wasn't loud, but it made the silence feel heavier. Then one evening, I saw him. A boy standing in the graveyard, not doing anything, just standing there. I can't explain why it felt so wrong. Maybe it was how still he was. Maybe it was the hour, far too late for any child to be standing alone among the dead. I looked away, just for a moment. When I looked back, he was still there. After that, I saw him again and again, sometimes near the graves, sometimes appearing so suddenly it was as if he had stepped out of nowhere. I never once saw him arrive. I never saw him leave. He was simply there. And slowly, I began to feel something far worse than fear of a stranger. I began to feel he was watching me. At home, things were already hard. My father was often away for work. My mother carried the weight of the household alone. Tension, worry, illness, all of it. And in the middle of that struggle, the boy began taking up space in my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about him. Then, the dogs started coming. Almost every night, stray dogs gathered outside our house, and they howled. Not normal barking, long, mournful, almost desperate. They kept coming back, especially at night. And every time I asked myself the same question. Why our house? What were they sensing that we couldn't? One night, the fear became unbearable. My father still hadn't come home. Everyone in the house was anxious. My mother kept sending me to the front door, checking for news, and every time I opened it, the dogs would stir, come closer, as if they were expecting someone. By then, I was exhausted, terrified. My eyes were full of tears, my vision blurred, and through those tears, I saw him again. He was standing right in front of me. I froze. I couldn't breathe. The same figure from the graveyard, now standing at my door. I slammed it shut and ran. A little while later, a man arrived. He said my father was safe, delayed, but safe. He would return soon. For one brief moment, relief. I ran to tell my mother. I thought the nightmare was finally over. But when she heard the story, she went still. She walked outside to see who had brought the message. There was no one there. No man, no footprints, no sign that anyone had ever stood at our door. Nothing. That was the moment everything changed. The fear in our house was no longer just worry. It became something else. Confusion, dread, and the growing, sickening suspicion that something around us was not normal. Life moved on the surface. My father had a telephone installed, so we'd never be left helpless again. For a while, I stopped seeing the boy. Or maybe I just convinced myself that I had. But I never truly forgot him. What frightened me most wasn't just a strange boy near a graveyard. It was the feeling that he knew me, that he appeared when I was most afraid, most alone, and that somehow he was always closer than he should have been. Even now, I ask myself the same questions. Who was that boy? Why did the dogs howl like that every single night? Who appeared in the darkness,